But basically, what I liked is that the money is in the procedure and in the service, not in fancy trappings on the wall and artwork and stuff like that. So when you go, you usually get a date. Mine was during the week. So I think the doctor, because he's been doing this for so long, and I will say that they have some stats and reviews on their websites about how long he's been doing this, 25 years, 150,000 of these surgeries or whatever, like some crazy numbers, which is not maybe surprising in a big city like Chicago, how many people get LASIKs and how many other providers there are. But the one funny thing that I do remember is when you get there, you're watching this video. It's like a looped DVD of the doctor explaining the LASIK procedure and what to expect and how it goes and your post-operation treatment. And it's this young, good-looking doctor. And then when I got into the surgery, he was much older because it's 25 years old. He's an older doctor, which actually gives me a little confidence because he's the same charismatic guy, but he is much more experienced at that point. So it was a little jarring. You don't realize how old that video is, that kitschy 80s type of video. But you get there, and what I realized is that the doctor works usually during the weekdays. I guess a doctor that has done this for 20 years has established his practice how he likes to do it. So it's usually Monday through Friday, and they had a couple of times. There was a midday and then an evening appointment time. So if you're working, it's probably easier to take the evening appointment, which I think started at 4 o'clock. Now, what they say is that it's 4 to 6 o'clock, but your procedure will not take that long. You have to be there a little early to watch the video. So you get there at 3:30, you're watching the video. There are people there getting LASIK or PRK. And I'm not sure if it's based on when you arrive. I think it's a little first come, first serve, but I also think that they may do all the LASIKs first and then all the PRK second or vice versa. Because I got there pretty early, but I was not the first one, but I was the first one to go in. So what I think, my theory was that the people that were ahead of me were PRK patients, and then I was the first LASIK patients to get there. So you watch this video and then they're ready to start at 4 o'clock and they call your name and you go in, and I was happy that I was the first because you start to get a little nervous after watching the video. You're like, oh, should I even do this? And it's gross, and they're showing you how they do it and they raise the eye flap. I almost don't want to know any of that, to be really honest. Okay. So I was first, which is great. So I go in, they lay you down. You don't feel anything, but obviously they're bracing your eye and they do lift up the flap, and that's a pretty impressive moment. Everything goes fuzzy at that point and you're focusing on a light and they're zapping you with a laser. You can hear it. You can't really feel it, but you can smell it. And then they get you all focused and they put your flaps back down and take care of you. And I would say that probably within 10 or 15 minutes, the whole procedure was done. They don't waste any time. They get through it.